Hey man, welcome back to the channel, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment down below. Let me know where you guys are from. If you rocking with Migos, Young Dolph, Takeoff, anybody like that, man. And so, look, y'all, everything that's coming out right now, straight out of Houston, they saying Lil Cam, he just told. We just seen the interview with the lawyer yesterday. He said that he was going to tell. It's just up to him. He said that we're trying to get him to tell and that it's up to him to tell. So, because right now they want to tell so that it's told and then that they could get out of what being said about them. You see how they done got Lil Cam for something separate because they done seen him in there. Actually, the witness done seen him. They said even his lawyer said the witness seen him with the blick, and that basically if he was seen with it and then that was the connected to it and everything like that, then he going down for sure. But he said he ain't going down alone. He taking everyone with him. He's taking the whole city of Houston with him. So y'all, if you in Houston, stay home, man. He's telling on everybody they're gonna get you. He's gonna get you for that little at the corner store. He gonna tell on his friends for when they was out late and the street lights came on. And Lil Cam, he about to even tell on people who the whew, man, it's bad out there, man. It's because look at the situation, man. They don't go throw him in there for like 200 years if he doesn't tell. And so he already had two other things that he was out for, that he bonded for. So for him, they basically gonna get him on a triple if he don't say and speak out now. So it's looking bad because he's probably gonna tell on MobTies. And a lot of people saying he's going to tell on the other dude who was arguing. He's going to tell on Quavo. He's going to try to say it was his fault. He definitely going to tell on Migo bands. Because the whole point of this is actually, if you look at the strategic way they're trying to do this, is that they brought in Lil Cam because they know he young and scared and that he's going to tell, right? He a teller. And so they want him to tell on Migo bands because he's the one who also upped the blick. And so basically they gonna have them telling on each other. But the thing is that Migo bands ain't said nothing yet. And we don't know if he said nothing. But you know how Q sees people, they saying that, Jazz Prince and Junior, they got an answer to this, that they being looked at. And so basically Lil Cam gonna tell on the Princes, Juniors, and all of them. He gonna try to tell on Quavo. He gonna tell on Quavo's manager, and he gonna tell on himself. And so with all that, he gonna try to walk. And other than that, man, it's up to the DA. You heard what the lawyer said. He said they got to come up with a resolution, $600,000, and give it to the DA with statements on pen and paper. And Lil Cam, he has so much to say and tell that he has people helping him write how much things he has. It's so much that he's willing to tell and confess to that he has to actually have people help him to write his statement for him. And so what that's going to do is that, that's going to put him directly, immediately into PC. And then when they go and have another hearing, because that he has, the lawyer, the last thing he said is that he had a bond hearing. And so they're just scraping together the 600K. They asking the Prince Juniors and the Jazz Princes, they say, you better throw this money together and come up with this 600K or Lil Cam going to tell on them. It's basically what it comes down to, because if MobTies don't want to get thrown in the mix of this, they're going to have to post the bond for Lil Cam and then have him tell on Migo bands, because Migo bands was the who also up. And so it's basically two people, unless they get the ballistics. The ballistics have not came out yet. They told you where he got and what happened and like, was it in the arm or the head, or they told you that part, but they didn't tell you exactly the ballistic, the shape of the projectile, and did it come from this one or did it come from him? They still have to tell you that. And so once they got that in the back pocket, like they already know it, but then they're waiting for the right person to tell so that they can say, okay, boom, boom. Because it might have been a situation where it was Cam's blick and Migo Band's blick that might have touched Takeoff, like in a way. So if both of them let off and Takeoff got hit by both of theirs blickies, then they both going to go in for like 100 a year each. And so that's the crazy thing. So they're trying to get them to tell on each other. And so the situation is that Migo Bands isn't saying nothing because he doesn't think he in the wrong. And you can't blame him because he was just there to defend Migos. Like, he's the manager. He's got to make sure that they make it home at the end of the day, back to the studio and back to their families and stuff, right? And so now that you see how, okay, well, if Migo Bands didn't say nothing, then Lil Cam is actually going to be the first person to speak and like talk that's actually from the people who is in trouble. Because other than that, you done had the girls that recorded and all the footage and all that. That was the first thing to speak. Now Lil Cam is like the first actual involved, like in trouble, being held for this. He's gonna speak and he's gonna tell on all of Migos, QC, Migo Bands. He's even gonna tell on his whole group, MobTies. He's gonna tell on Fifth Ward. He gonna tell what his people's been doing. He gonna tell what's been going on in his backyard, in the back alley, and the uncle that stays with him. He's gonna tell on him too. And so it's like everybody that was hanging around Lil Cam was like, dang, I knew he was gonna tell. And so they had to quickly like flush everything, rip all the pieces of paper. They're trying to get rid of the evidence. And so because his lawyer said that Lil Cam says he wants to cooperate, and it's just up to the DA whether they want to accept his statement or not. They got to sit down and talk to him. So as we speaking right now, Lil Cam is probably typing an entire report of confession and like pointing fingers, full names, and everything that he's using in his thing. And so because this is his third strike, so that might be it for him. He might never, if he doesn't tell now, he won't see the light of day anymore. And so that's what he's looking at. Like, this is a tough situation, man. Anybody listening right now, you shouldn't even have to go anywhere near down that road, man, because that's a triple strike. Like, he should have learned from the first time when he tried to use a fake, and then the second time he went and tried to hit a lick in Cali and got caught for it. How do you hit a lick and get caught? That's crazy. That's not even hitting a lick. That's just called getting caught. So he got caught twice. Now this is his third time getting caught. The probability of him telling is 99.9% chance that he would tell. Like, you could even bet on that, man. And it's crazy because people already knew. They were like, man, why was Lil Kim even there? He's already on papers. Like, he's really actually wanted for two other things already. And so I guess they knew that they needed somebody at that party who was going to be the crash test dummy. Because they were like, well, we need somebody who got basically nothing to lose, that's already been in trouble twice, 3 times. And if something does spark off, he's going to be the one that does it. And they found Lil Cam with $8,000 on him because he got paid $10K. Somebody said he was walking out of that bowling alley with the whole Migos situation with a brown paper sack with like $10K wrapped up in it. And he spent $2K riding around and everything for like that couple of weeks he was on the run, and they caught him with the rest of the money. He said, where'd you get that from? It's like, where did he get paid from? Did he get paid from a lot of people asking the same type of questions? Did he get paid from MobTies? Did somebody else pay him? Who was paying Lil Cam? And so you have to also follow the money, and he's probably going to snitch and tell who paid him the cash. Because once he does that, then it was like a hit. It was all planned, plotted, and everything together. Like days before, they already knew that they was going to do this if they had the money ready to give to Lil Cam. Because why would he just be getting the money like that? It's not like he's the one that owns that bowling alley. It's not like he cleaned the register and was able to get it. Maybe that's what happened too. He could have went in and basically stuck up the bowling alley and then walked out and then did the thing to the Migos and them. So you never know, but they're going to basically ask him these questions. Where did you get this money from, Lil Cam? Who paid you? Why is it that you seen on footage walking with the stack of money and right after this incident happens? And they're going to say, why did Jay Prince Jr. walk by and go right into the building without even turning his head, like he wasn't even trying to look like he was involved in it when it was his party? Him and his brother threw the party. And it's like, that's your guest right there. You got to go help him. But they didn't want to do that. And so instead, what they did was they gave Lil Cam some money. Somebody did. It's not sure who yet. And when they ask Cam the questions and when he tells, it's going to be way more details coming out because they're trying to put together the telling. They're going to write the reports and everything, the statements from Lil Cam, send it into the DA, and then they're going to get the bond hearing coming out. So that way that somebody's going to have to pay up the money, hush money, as Lil Cam's bond out. And that's what's going on right now. And the whole Houston, the whole city, the whole country, they're watching right now. So Lil Cam on the hot seat, and he might tell on everybody. And so if you know Lil Cam and you hung out with him, be careful. He probably might tell on you, man. So subscribe to the channel. Wait for these details to come out because there's going to be some breaking news coming out soon. Stay tuned. Binge watch the rest of the videos, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.